doe jij mooi hoor. This morning he gave me a fright because he fell into the amphibian pond, which is filled with crus and algae. And of course they see the crus as, something they can land on. So as I was washing a food net from the garden birds, he was like, let me help you. And I was like, no, because, he can get very, very sick when he gets in contact with feces of wild birds. So I was already grumpy to him. And then he just was like, I'm going to do it anyway. And he flew in the pond. And he thought he was landing on solid ground. And so to his horror, he just sank away in cold water and slush, and the algae and the crus wrapped itself around his feet, so he couldn't do much but flap. And I didn't have the stick on me, so I couldn't just pull him out that easily. So I was yelling at him, like, get over here. And he was like, no, help me. I don't know what's happening. It was very sad. And then he had the sense to come flap towards me and climb on my hand. And before he had the hormone blocking implant, he would have bitten off a finger too, But this time he just immediately climbed up, trailing an enormous mass of algae and crus into my neck. And so I tried to get him to come down again, but he wouldn't. He was like, I'm sitting fine up here. So luckily there aren't too many animals living in the pond yet, because I just dug it. Now just starting to get plants in there and earth. It's becoming very beautiful. But I might move next year. I'm gonna probably have to take it with me, because you don't always know if the next renters of the house will want a pond. Yeah, everybody should want one because amphibians are dying. But so we came into the house and I put him on the kitchen table, and he was just sitting there and he wouldn't eat. He was in shock. And so I turned up the heat and I wanted to put him next to the radiator and give him some food. But then I accidentally kicked his black bucket. And he just immediately was like, my bucket! And he was playing like crazy and warming himself up. Yeah, he rediscovered his bucket and he's playing with it all the time. So it really snapped him out of his pond shock.